Right next to sulfur in the periodic table is phosphorus. Here is the first form of phosphorus ever synthesized, white phosphorus or yellow phosphorus. And it was produced several centuries ago from urine in Germany, in Hamburg, Germany, by Brandt. This is held underwater because if we allowed this to stay or stand in the atmosphere, oxygen would start reacting with this and it would smoke and then burst into flame, and it would be very dangerous indeed. And the first people who produced phosphorus found it was dangerous, would take it home in their back pocket, for example, before they realized how dangerous it was. It would catch their breeches on fire, and it is dangerous to handle, and that's why we keep it underwater. Phosphorus, white phosphorus bombs were known during World War II, and since then it was a horrible material. Another allotropic form of phosphorus is red phosphorus, much safer. Still keep it underwater. Just in case, red phosphorus, it's a powder here. The safety matches actually have a small coating of red phosphorus on the striking surface. There is actually a third allotropic form of phosphorus, and this is very rare, and we are very fortunate to have obtained a sample of black phosphorus. Very rare, very different. It looks like graphite. It looks like graphite. In fact, the structure of it is very much like graphite, molecular structure in which we have sheets of covalently bonded atoms separated by spaces in between. The common mineral of phosphorus, phosphate. This is apatite, A-P-A-T-I-T-E, which is calcium phosphate fluoride. Beautiful little hexagonal crystal. You can see the hexagon shape trying to form here. This is more common than you think, because if we make hydroxyapatite, which is calcium phosphate hydroxide, which we have a hydroxide instead of a fluoride, we have teeth. Teeth are made of hydroxyapatite. And when you brush your teeth with fluoride, it slowly converts to the fluoride form of apatite. This is much more resistant to wear. As a result, you find this much more commonly in nature, obviously. A very unusual compound of phosphorus, or phosphate, is this. You might recognize this as turquoise. Indeed it is. Turquoise is generally formed or found like this in the natural form in nature, the ore, and after it is cut out and polished, then of course it appears as this, from which it is made into jewelry. Copper, aluminum, phosphate, turquoise. The aluminum helps to make it a hard mineral, and the copper, of course, colors it green. Copper, aluminum, phosphate, turquoise.